great to be back in MIF, see the old faces again. I'm going to give you a little quick overview of the company. Some stuff is still the same. The stuff that works, we've kept the same. We've got some new things going, so I'm really going to focus on that mostly. I will be making some forward-looking statements, of course, as a geologist, we always do. So do take time to read that. Aston Bay Holdings. So just quickly, this is something we haven't changed. We think our business model is working quite well for us right now. So really, we are in the business of really metals exploration and discovery. It's very important that. It's we want to add value through exploration. That's how you add the most value, we think, over the shortest period of time. For our shareholders. And then we want to do that smartly. And our business really is exploration. We're not miners. We want to take it to that next level, that next tier, whether that's a partner, a JV, a sale. That's really what we want to do, because we want to create the maximum amount of value in the shortest period of time and crystallize it for the shareholders. That's very, very important. We want to be working in the best jurisdictions, and that is Canada and the United States. Doug will talk to you about Mexico. I'm still, I still need to be convinced a bit more, but certainly Canada and US are fantastic jurisdictions to be operating in. And again, those are the jurisdictions that we think are most attractive to that partner that's going to take it to that next tier. The metal space we want to work in, copper is where my heart is. I certainly love cobalt and the other critical metals as well. But certainly silver and gold, they have monetary value and definitely not to be sneezed at in this market. Again, the reason for that, these are the most attractive metals to take to that next tier. And the last thing about us, I think a little bit unique, is I'm only interested in high grade. I want to find the highest grade deposits. Grade keeps you out of a lot of trouble and solves a lot of problems. So we want high grade. And again, most attractive to that next tier. We had a little bit of a new addition on our team here at Aston Bay. I'm pretty much Aston Bay. I'm the only full-time employee. I have a half-time CFO, but luckily you're not just depending on me. We have a great group of technical advisors and directors. We've just added Dr. Elizabeth Turner to our advisory board. She is very experienced in Central African-style copper deposits. She's been working, co-supervising theses with Dave Broughton at the Laurentian University. She's been working, really boots on the ground geologist in the Arctic since, for 30 years. A fantastic addition to our team. And of course, as Eric mentioned, our partner, American West Metals, couldn't have a better partner, aggressively advancing the project. They are able to raise money in the Australian market. They will spend well over $10 million, probably $14 million this season. It's half my market cap pretty much. Great having them as a partner. I encourage you to check out some of their videos, on the internet. They're allowed to say a few things that, I'm not allowed to say, being in a different jurisdiction. So you can get some tips about how that project is advancing. Just this year, we've essentially revamped our board of directors. I think some of these faces will be familiar to many people in the audience here. Jesse is now with G Mining, a fantastic markets experience. Jeff Wilson, I'm sure almost many people here know him from Precipitate Gold. Again, 25 years plus of market experience. Mark Pryor has been working in the metal space for over 40 years now. He's now with the Electrum Group. Certainly. Well connected and a wealth of knowledge on both the markets and technically. And then Gary O'Connor, who has been again working in this industry, since the 90s. Interesting thing about Gary was the geo on the drill that twinned the holes at Busang and exposed that scandal there. So he's definitely a guy who sniffs out trouble, and he's not finding anything with us with Aston Bay, but he's definitely a good asset to have for the shareholders. Just quickly about the projects. I'm not going to go into detail about this. We have three main projects that we're working on. As Eric mentioned, our Storm project. partnered with American West. We have a brand new project, Epworth. This was a project, it is very much like Storm. It's actually more, geologically, it's more like those Central African copper belt style of deposits. So we're very excited to be able to work on that. And we also have our projects down in Virginia. I'm not going to talk too much about them right now. Every dollar I spend, I can spend, flow-through dollars. It costs me about 85 cents for every dollar I spend on a flow-through project here in Canada. It costs me nothing to spend. The work at Storm costs the Aston Bay shareholders nothing. But, with the exchange rates working in the U.S., it is more expensive. And so you have to be very careful how you spend your money there. So we definitely want to make sure we have our everything in order for advancing those Virginia projects. For the summer here, we're going to mostly be focusing on Storm and our brand new project at Epworth. So just quickly about Storm. We've, I've been in many of these metal investor forums. I'm sure many of you are familiar with this project. Really, it's really two stories at Storm. Our partner has been advancing this near surface development story. We've been doing RC delineation drilling. We will have our 43-101 maiden resource out later this month. And we are already working right now. We're drilling for a spring program. We'll have another summer program. We're essentially looking to double that resource this year. That is the goal. Essentially, the plan is to take this near surface mineralization towards rapidly take it towards a very good ESG quality near open pit mining operation. That is the plan. If you look at some of the videos from our partners, they're putting a goal of a 3-year time frame on this. We think the permitting situation can be very compressed because of the excellent ESG qualities, and getting into a DSO style operation, we think it'd be a very small footprint and about as simpling as it can get for permitting. We're also making new discoveries in the near surface. We made a couple, really boomer intercepts last year on some brand new EM targets that played out very well for us. You can see 76 meters at 2%. That's a very nice intercept. And essentially, we're having almost a 1-to-1 hit rate on EM targets and actually hitting high grade copper mineralization. And by that I mean like a 2 or 3% plus. So EM seems to be working very well for us, and we're up there right now conducting more EM, both to look in the shallow top, say 150 meters, to sort of expand this near surface resource story. But we're also doing changing the configuration of that EM because we want to look deep as well, because we have the second part of our story, and that's for this potential for significant discovery at depth. We've only been looking in the top 150 meters. We've hit the same mineralization, in some deeper drill holes last year. That's an indication that the same process is happening. We know at the surface we're hitting tens of meters of multiple percent copper. With the geophysics, we've only really looked in the top 100, 150 meters. Now with this new geophysics, we think we can look a lot deeper, significantly open that search space, both at depth and laterally. And we really think we can have that potential to find one of these sort of Central African style copper belts hidden at depth. We are drilling right now. We'll be back for a summer program, drilling both for resource expansion, but we're also going to be firing up our diamond rigs, looking at potentially some of the targets that we hope to develop this spring. And we're actively advancing that development story with our partner there. It has a fantastic near-term revenue potential. We have that potential to make these Congo-style discoveries. And great thing for Aston Bay shareholders, no expenditures from this project, two bankable fees, which is quite a ways down the road, and just fantastic news flow, really, for the rest of the year and on. That's what we're doing with our partner. we've picked up a new project, Epworth. It's located in the sort of the copper mine area. But here's an example of one of the boulders that was picked up in the 90s by the optionee here. It is fantastic mineralization right at the surface, very similar to Storm. Again, you see this boulder, 61% copper and 5.6 kilograms per ton silver. This is obviously a very efficient mineralizing system here that we're seeing, the evidence in the surface here. You can see some of these other intercepts. It's not just copper and silver. There's significant zinc as well, but for me, more exciting. Significant cobalt, 0.17% cobalt. We're getting close to that being, getting very interesting, and very surprising, 3 grams per ton gold as well. So it's a really a polymetallic property here, one where we think we can really add significant value. For us, it's just a, potentially a Storm version 2. That's what we're going for here. It's a very prospective area, great outcrop. We're not in the Caribou zone, so we can actually do work here. And so the plan this summer is to essentially, learn from, our work up at Storm, and both from a technical point of view. We want to advance this project more quickly, technically, and also from a business point of view. We think we've learned a lot here. So, great potential upside for us here with Epworth, and additional news flow throughout the summer. And then, the catalysts, for Aston Bay here, we have a really great team. Our properties have excellent ESG qualities, near-term revenue potential, working in those right jurisdictions, looking for the big high-grade discoveries, fantastic news flow, and right now with the company here, we have a significantly improved cash position. We just yesterday I closed a $1.38 million flow through initial early first tranche. We do have a financing open with the life as well. The share price has performed very well. We're up essentially more than double on the year here. So I think it's a great times coming for Aston Bay shareholders, and just watch the news coming forward. Be glad to talk to you all out at the booth and give you a little more color on what's going on. But I think it's great days ahead for Bay.